It's window removal day again, and we've taken this window out. We've got a new window going in here. We're going to pack the bottom up so that the lift rails on the new window are still accessible for your fingers to lift the window up, and we're packing the sides out in a little bit, and then we'll spray foam around that. But we're using this window that is a ProVia Endure window, and this window has a couple things on it that are different than the typical window that we install. So this is the Endure window. Here's the lift rail that I spoke about underneath here. And this window specifically is white interior with this specific grid pattern, and this tan color on the outside with full screens. We typically do half screens on these, and it has the fine line weld here. As you can see, it looks it doesn't have the hump that usually is on a vinyl window, so these lines are very tight and look really nice compared to a traditional window that has a thicker, where these welds are. Because what they do is they take the window and they melt it together essentially, and where they melt it together, usually there's a protrusion right here that sticks up, and that's gone on this window. This is called the Fineline weld. So we'll be putting this window in a couple seconds. Okay, we've got this window set up. We have the flex tape on the sill. We've got the wood pack out on the bottom and the wood pack out on the sides. And then what we'll be doing is taking this window and caulking the back flange as a new construction install and sticking it right in this opening.
Como va.
To you, this is the bottom.
Ahí está de lado. ¿Ah?
That's the side.
No, ahí, ahí donde está su mano es de lado, párenla. Párenla para acá.
That's the bottom.
Ah, ya. Para acá, para la párenla.
Okay, so we're going to caulk the top and the sides, not the bottom. And then when this flange rests against there, it'll seal the flange to the wall so that water, as it coming down the wall, doesn't get behind here, or at least will stop it from coming in that building, and on the sides also. And again, like, we really like these windows because they have this sash liner in them that pops off, and you can see all the internal balances and stuff that hold the wind, allow the window to come up and down. And this has a laminate on it, so it kind of looks like wood. So this is a little bit different because we have the painted exterior with the laminated interior. So this is always fun, trying to get through these bushes, and they're like got thorns all over them. So once we get this thing situated here, you got thorns in your ass. You like that? All right. The bottom. And that's that. I'll take you on the inside to show you what the inside looks like.
Okay.
This is what we're using for the jam extensions. I'll show you why we need them. So jam extensions sometimes are required when we replace some of these wood windows with vinyl windows because the frame thickness is different. The frame depth in the jam is smaller. And in this case it's 3 inches smaller. And I'll show you inside. So the old window came with a frame that fit this entire gap here, and now that this is a vinyl window, it has a thinner frame, not as wide, so we have to put a piece of wood in from here to here and then put the trim back. You can see we spray foamed the openings so we're airtight here, and then what we'll do is we'll add the jam extension here to here and put the trim back, which is right there. We had to cut the drywall down just a little bit so that when the jam extension comes out, it's even with the drywall. So from here to there. Alright, so this is the jam extension, and you can see how we put it in there and it's even with the drywall. So we did cut the drywall just a little bit lower, and then same thing on the sides. The jam extension goes around the perimeter, trim goes on after that.